Ihr kennt ja wahrscheinlich unseren Filmcheck. Dort gehen wir normalerweise mit Schauspielern, Regisseuren in eine Videothek und dort erzählen sie uns dann etwas über ihren Filmgeschmack. Aber das Wort normalerweise trifft auf den Film, den wir heute behandeln, gar nicht zu. Der heißt Man and Chicken und dort geht es um eine Gruppe von merkwürdigen Brüdern, die eine ganz besondere Beziehung zu ihren Hühnern und anderen Tieren haben. Warum das so ist und was das Ganze soll und welche Filme sie am liebsten gucken, das erfahren wir gleich von einigen der Hauptdarsteller. Ich gehe jetzt mal rein, bestelle mir eine Runde Chicken Wings und ihr erfahrt in der Zwischenzeit etwas mehr über Man and Chicken.
Gabriel, Elias, ich bin nicht euer biologischer Vater. Euer richtiger Vater hieß Evilio Thanatos.
Wissen Sie, Evilio ist sowas wie eine Legende auf der Insel. Soweit ich weiß, wohnt er immer noch in dem alten Sanatorium da.
Ich suche Evilio Thanatos. Wohnt ihr hier?
Was?
Und wer sind Sie?
Der Gregor, sein Sohn.
Ich bin auch sein Sohn.
Du musst keine Angst haben. Das tut dir nicht weh. Da ist doch genug Platz. Das sind die vom Eierlegen gewohnt.
So genau wollte ich das gar nicht wissen.
Wir üben doch nur, bis wir irgendwelche Mädels kennenlernen.
Den letzten Satz hättest du dir sparen können, das ist ja widerlich.
Ja, der Humor ist ganz schön direkt auf der Insel.
So, hello guys.
Hello. Hello.
We're here in a chicken house because in Germany.
You brought the lunch.
And I brought because in Germany usually we eat chicken, but after I saw the movie, I learned that there are other useful things you can do with chicken.
Yeah.
Is it a common thing in Denmark?
To do chicken?
To have fun with chicken?
You know what? Actually, until 2 months ago, it was actually legal to have sex with chicken and other animals. But
Really?
yeah, our minister of whatever, he decided to come up with a law, so now it's not allowed anymore to have sex with.
I haven't had sex for 2 months.
That changed because they saw the movie.
Yeah. Oh, so really? It's very normal in Denmark.
Yeah.
Everybody has sex with chickens.
I won't spoil the movie for viewers, but it's really bizarre and it had some kind of, I don't know, I felt like a vibe of Island of Dr. Moreau and a little bit like the Saw family from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
It's got this really weird vibe. It's funny, it's strange, and yeah, it's certainly a special picture. How that came to pass, and what was your reaction when you first read what's it all about?
Well, it's of course it's Anders Thomas Jensen to blame. It's his fantasy, the director. I think it's very much in his universe, and I'm just happy to be in it.
It's such a you have to do such weird things, and is it? How do you get in the mindset to do that? Can you relate to any of the characters?
Yeah, I can. You know, to search for family and to search for to belong to some place. I can. Yeah, definitely. My character. I don't think he has any sex with any animals. He has sort of a relationship with cheese. And but it's with cheese. Yeah, it's a kind of oral sex. oral
That's the next one.
Yeah, you're licking the camembert.
Licking camembert in strange places.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How was it with you?
Well, I don't think it is so weird as you put it out to be. I don't think the film is so strange. I mean, yes, they do weird stuff, but it is in many ways a fairy tale or a fable, the film. It is in essence about two brothers meeting 3 other people who turn out to be their brothers, and they want to unite and they want to find a way that they can live together. Now, and then they live under circumstances that we are absolutely considering to be weird and odd. But I must say that I relate almost one-to-one to my own character. I think he's very close to me, except that I have certain parts of my DNA that I don't share with him. But I think he's a very humane guy, and I must say I was not so disgusted or alienated with the material.
Well, the longer the movie runs, you get acquainted to them, and you see them that they actually are a family. But they become a family. But in the beginning, it certainly is strange when the 2 brothers from the city they meet.
They're very violent, you know. This guy is very violent.
And they usually do.
No, yeah.
Where does that come from? Why do they hit each other with stuff?
That's with the director, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, you need to talk to the director about that. But I mean, instead of arms, I mean, instead of having guns, they have animals to protect their property, to protect themselves.
So this could become useful for me when I have to some burglars.
I mean, Germans and Danish fighting could be with a chicken. Yeah. Why not? 1864 with chickens.
Yes.
You've brought us some movies that you would like to talk about, and I would like to everyone talks about one movie, then the next guy, and then the next guy, and I will be silent and just listen.
I've chosen Antichrist by Lars von Trier, and for me, it is a masterpiece. I think, like the other movies, I really like. There's a kind of transformation going on, and I like transformation movies. I like transformation pop movies. I like transformation art movies, and I think the funny thing is that when I first heard about, I heard about Antichrist before I saw it, and there was and when I saw it, I understood that everybody was talking about a totally different movie than I saw. Because I think this is like the most mean and wonderful portrait of man, of the masculinity, of the man, and everybody was talking about the portrait about the woman, but actually and about the woman being the devil. For me, it's the totally opposite around. For me, it's about the man being the devil, and I think it's so clever, and like all my favorite movies, I get a little scared without knowing why. I love that.
I've chosen Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman and Jessica Lange, and I have to admit, for me, this is probably one of the best performances on the screen I have ever experienced. Dustin Hoffman, and this is he's just outstanding. And for people who doesn't know the movie, it's he's playing an actor who's desperately looking for a job, and he cannot get a job. But then he make an audition for becoming a part of a TV show. So he translates himself into a woman. And I just think that this is an amazing performance. Probably the best one I've ever seen. And honestly, Jessica Lange, wow, she's hot.
She is hot. I agree. Very
hot. Married to Sam Shepard, who doesn't remember her for The Postman Called Twice. So just think that Tootsie is just it's a comedy, and comedy is probably one of the hardest thing to do. So, but this is my favorite comedy.
I chose Zurück in die Zukunft. Is that the way to say it? Absolutely. Back to the Future, Part 1. I saw this film as a child. I was very impressed by Michael J. Fox. I wanted to be like Michael J. Fox. And I find that when I see it now, it's a film that has everything in it. It has, it's a modern film. It has the Oedipus drama in it. He's sent back to the future, and his mother falls in love with him, and he knows this, so he tries to avoid it. It brings out the war on terror way before the war on terror actually started. There are the Libyans. The Libyans. It was after Lockerbie, I think. So there are the Libyans at the parking lot trying to stop his travel back to the future. So it has the Oedipus drama and the war on terror. Then it has the birth of the modern rock and roll when he performs Johnny B. Good for, who is it, Jerry Lewis or something? No.
His cousin.
His cousin.
Not Jerry, his cousin, B.B. King's cousin.
B.B. King's cousin, yes. Yeah. So that he invents, so it has the birth of very many important events at least in the Western world, and it's a very entertaining film still today, I think, and it's very impressive to see that Michael J. Fox, he runs in every picture of the film, and that's in itself an effort worth.
It's actually true. It's in and out every scene.
He just runs and runs and runs and runs, and he's always in a hurry, and it's just full of energy, and I like it a lot.
You like all of them?
No, I like this one.
and the first one.
The first one.
Yeah,
Can you say the title in German again? Just
Zurück in die Zukunft.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. And I'll tell you the guy that I'm Zurück in die Zukunft. Well, anyway, it has many entertaining features, and you can watch it.
But another transformation movie, I only choose transformation movie, and this is Lost Highway. Actually, I could have chosen a lot of David Lynch movies. He's one of my, along with Trier, one of my favorite directors. And one of the reasons why I really love this movie is I've been a fan of it for many years, and then I watched it with my mother. And she was sitting, and we enjoyed it. I talked about it, and later that night she called me and said, "I'm afraid. I don't know why. I'm scared." And that's why this is a genius movie, because it speaks directly to your subconscious.
The Big Lebowski. I have to be honest with you guys. A friend of mine saw The Big Lebowski. And he told me you should absolutely see this movie. And but he said, but you need to smoke a little bit of weed before you actually go into the cinema, which I did. And well, it just took me. I was there, I was high, and I just leaned, just like sit back, relax, and enjoy the dude. And it's all about the dude. And I think it's one of the most bizarre comedies I have ever seen. And I can just see it over and over again because there's so many details, and I just love it. That's it. I was high. I'm sorry. You can't smoke weed, but on the other hand, you can. If you want to see, if you haven't seen The Big Lebowski, have a White Russian and smoke a little bit of weed, right? You don't know what it's all about.
In California you can. It's medicinal.
Oh yeah, in California. Oh yeah, but not in Denmark. Well, you can smoke, but you cannot be in possession of oral.
That's very hard.
Very difficult.
You go. Another film that I saw as a child, and then all the big important films I saw in childhood, and this is Trading Places. I saw it many million times, and it was because of Eddie Murphy. It was a young Eddie Murphy, and I think he's absolutely outstanding in this, and so is Dan Aykroyd. And it's just a very entertaining film. And it's a well-composed film, and you get to see Jamie Lee Curtis without any clothes on for a short while. And for an 11-year-old young boy, that's a very impressive sight.
Oh yeah. Oh,
very well acted.
Cronenberg's Naked Lunch. I could, as the two other directors, have chosen another movie by Cronenberg, but I think this one I really love. He has to share it with Boris, but still, it's top transformation. I love what it does to me. Again, I'm scared, but I don't know why. I love it.
You just like being scared, don't you? And you don't want to know why.
I don't know why.
Movies to scare your mother. It's best.
Yeah. Movies to scare my mother. And people's not born.
I think probably this is the best movie I've ever seen trying to explain what war does to people. And a lot of my favorite actors is in this. De Niro is probably my favorite actor, and on the female side, Meryl Streep is also in this movie. I just think it's fantastic. And when I saw it the first time, I was crying my way. I was crying the halfway through the movie because it really takes you emotionally. Even if I really the first time didn't get what it was all about, but I can go back and see it over and over again. And war is something that we should stop. We can't, but we should do. End of story. War is over. Over to David.
It's called The Act of Killing. Not many people know it. I think it's a documentary. I find documentaries to be, in a way, much more rewarding than fiction films, much more inspirational. And this is a film that completely blew my mind and still blows my mind. I think it is the biggest film experience I've ever had. I still don't completely understand it, but it's so powerful. It's about a genocide in Indonesia back in the 60s, and how this director goes back to Indonesia to confront the people who committed the genocide, and they became the victors. They were the winners of this genocide, and they have no understanding of what they did. They have no understanding of what it meant that they killed 3 million people, communists and Chinese mainly.
Is that produced by a Danish girl?
Yeah,
right?
it's produced by Danish, coincidentally, but I think I'd like it even if it was another country.
Yeah.
And it's also, and then on top of all this, it's just mind-blowing. It is about the power of acting. It is the power of art, that you only understand your own history because he gets these how do you say that in English?
Executor.
The executors to act. What was it like to be the victim? What was it like to be the perpetrator? And by having them enacting the scenes when they explain of how they killed this and that person, they understand with empathy what they did to these people. And it's so powerful. I think it's a tribute to acting. It's a tribute to staging. It's in a way a tribute to fiction. A fiction is a way of understanding the real world. And I mean, I can hear myself speaking now. I'm not making much sense, but I think you should see it because it blows my mind. And there's no fiction work that even comes close to this, in my opinion.
Thank you guys. It was great having you here in the Hühnerhaus. Which is actually for us also a strange place. Usually we do that in a video store, but it was great for a change to have you all here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. It was great having you, and we've got a lot of inspiration that I will absolutely check out. Okay, thank you, and enjoy your beers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Ja, jetzt habe ich eine ganze Menge über Hühner und deren Zweitverwertung erfahren. Und wenn ihr auf so richtig schrägen dänischen Humor steht, dann guckt euch doch einfach Man and Chicken im Kino an. Mads Mikkelsen spielt eine der Hauptrollen, außer den Schauspielern, die wir gerade interviewt haben. Ich werde jetzt nach Hause gehen und noch ein bisschen Spaß haben mit meinem neuen Freund Fluffy.
Was ist, wenn keiner was von uns will? Der war gut.
Die Auswahl an Frauen ist gar nicht so übel.
Ich will am liebsten mit Franz.
Ah, da kommt jemand. Er hat uns gesehen.
Was war das?
Sicher bloß ein Kaninchen.
Das war aber ein verdammt großes Kaninchen.